Hello from Addis Ababa, where I join you today. Thank you very much for the invitation to the African Development Bank to make a contribution in this crucial debate around harnessing investment and arbitration for sustainable development. When you think about investment, you're really thinking about that source, not just of financing, but of skills and of technology that can help us to accelerate action to attain the Africa that we want. Investment is a crucial catalyst for sustainable development. But I think what we've learned over the years is that it's extremely important how you fashion, how you architect international investment treaties. These treaties are critical, but they have to be framed right if they're to contribute to sustainable development. By this I mean that we have to learn the lessons from the past. We know what we mean when we talk about the race to the bottom. We know what we mean when we talk about the idea of investment regimes structured in such a way that does not leave a trace for development. And this is why the agenda on the reform of international investment agreements is extremely important, and learning those lessons. That investment must be used to accelerate development, accelerate production, accelerate industrialization on the continent of Africa. And this is precisely the thinking behind the African Continental Free Trade Area's investment protocol. That you're looking at a way to ensure that African direct investment and foreign direct investment have a meaning and a purpose in accelerating the continent and its development. You do this, of course, by creating certainty, predictability in the terms and conditions that are going to be given to these companies, these investors. But you also do it in such a way that you structure the commitments in such a way that it is not a race to the bottom anymore, that it is indeed being part of that process where the dividends of skills circulation, the dividends of technology transfer, the dividends of infrastructure financing are left on the continent of Africa. And so it's an interesting time we're in. We're walking a new journey on African direct investment. It's important to think about it as something that is cogent. When you think about African direct investment, when you look around Africa's enterprise, you can see that there's already an interesting footprint of African direct investment. Think about the banks, think about the airlines, think about retail, and so on and so forth. So there's something on which we can build. We have to make sure that it continues to be a part of Africa's structural economic transformation. That's why, in my mind, the investment facilitation of the future has to be investments that's really structured around building for Made in Africa. So I wish you a very, very successful conversation over this critical topic, and I look very much forward to learning of the outcomes, but also thinking through how we can work together to take this investment facilitation question forward for Africa's sustainable development. And of course, the dispute angle, it's important, I think, because it creates a level of predictability in the regime. It gives enterprise knowledge that when disputes arise, they can be resolved. And so that is also something that we should encourage because of the de-risking that it brings into Africa's investment space. So once again, all the best with this conversation. Thank you very much.